coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Ali LaForce. Pass to Maxey. It's stolen by Leonard. George, no good. And the 76ers with possession. And with Paul George, Grant, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there. But his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him.
Gets the three to fall.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
From 12 feet. And it's Thibault missing. Leonard on the wing. Fires the three. Goes back up. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. Now it falls.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Clippers.
Clippers ball.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. George outside. Powell outside. Here's Leonard. And there's another one for the Clippers.
Boy, in the paint, Kawhi tearing right through the D. Just pushing his way to a shot.
And Embiid gets the double team. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
76ers ball.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Knocked away. It's stolen by Leonard. Pass to George. Out to Leonard. From outside the arc. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Leonard's got 7 points.
76.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And Kawhi Leonard dipping his toe into free agency. Now, he opted out mostly to sign a longer contract with the Clippers. And in just 2 years, he has shown his value for this franchise. So they felt the same, and both are now linked for the next 4 years.
Next into the lineup for your Clippers, Ivica Zubac.
They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
Now here's Thibault. Three-pointer, Harden. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
What a critical bucket. This game could have gotten out of hand early if they allowed that run to go much longer.
That one no good. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Here's George. And George with the jam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
76ers substitution.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Got it.
Two-pointer.
George has got 7 points in the game.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Soft touch off the glass.
Assisted.
I like watching Embiid attack on the inside, using his size and soft touch to capitalize.
Leonard outside. George outside. The 3 ball. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pass to Embiid. Outside Harden. Here's Niang. From downtown. Drills it from deep.
Three-point basket.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Zubac with the assist.
Sturdy play from George in the paint, getting by the contact and to his finish.
Pass to Niang. The 17-footer. They grab their own miss. Embiid misses.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid.
First team foul.
That's his first foul.
Coming
The
on floor for the
76ers making a switch here.
76ers.
And so here are the Clippers. It's a 14-point game. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Pulls it. And again, it's the Clippers.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Korkmaz. The Sixers again can't hit. Kennard outside. Pass to George. With one on the clock. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Their passing has been excellent here early. A lot of their baskets coming off an assist. That should set a great tone for the rest of the game.
They've also had a great start beyond the arc. The threes are really falling.
Furkan Korkmaz.
Korkmaz, good. Grant, starting your career in the 50s. Oh, you don't. Actually, 90s. Back then, we'd see teams usually score in the 80s and 90s. What do you think of the current scoring?
Really, BA, the 50s? Wow. But it's crazy. I mean, back then, yes, every game was in the 80s and 90s. Now everyone averages at least 100 points per game. So I think it's been an interesting evolution of the game. And, of course, the fans all love offense. And these players and teams today are providing just that.
And though he's a physical, tough-minded individual, Danny Green's averaged less than one free throw attempt per game over his career. That's surprising.
Leonard outside. Driving in. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Wow, with that strength, if Kawhi wants to drive it, there's not much you can do to stop him.
From 18 feet away, the Sixers with another miss.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep. And you look at how Kawhi goes about his business. No social media, no big presence, just does his thing and let his game do the talking.
Paul George with the assist.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Time called here. The 76ers decide to talk it over. And that reserved approach from Kawhi. Don't confuse it for a lack of personality. Smitty, he's a funny guy, but by his own words, huh?
He is, B.A. Stand out of the spotlight. That's just what he likes to do. He might have missed out on some marketing potential, but keeping out of social media is a very wise choice.
Now here's Thibault. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Aggressive play from Kawhi Leonard, drawing the foul and still taking his shot.
At the line for your Clippers.
And the first one at the line is good.
Leonard for a free throw. 2 shots.
And Leonard drops them both. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Left side Thibault. Pass to Maxey. Here's Korkmaz. Can't cash it in from the high post.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Leonard for three. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
I just love the ball movement.
Outside Thibault to halt the run. Offensive board. Here's Millsap. That one goes. Count it.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Back to Leonard. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
On defense, the Sixers. And the bucket is good. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Korkmaz, no good.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Leonard, good.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Korkmaz, no good.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. 76ers substitution. Joel Embiid. Tobias Harris. James Harden.
76ers on D. Outside Thibault. Over George. No good off the back of the rim. And here are the Clippers now. They're on a 16-5 run. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Last season, Draymond Green called out what he saw as a double standard. When players ask for trades, they're vilified. But teams can announce they're planning to trade a player and sit him on the bench in the meantime, and then it's taken in stride. Guys, he feels like it's disrespectful.
Well, that's something to consider, Allie. Thanks. Good stuff. The three is up. The rebound by Embiid. 59 seconds left in the second. Left side, Harden. 20 feet out. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For three, Powell. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Norman.
Off the catch. Norman Powell is quick to move the ball into his shot pocket.
Maxey. That shot missing. And Los Angeles the other way now. George outside. And he commits the intentional foul.
James Harden. That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for LA. At the charity stripe, Paul George. At the line for two.
That's good from George.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
Both teams will make substitutions. Hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
And so here is Philadelphia. Outside Harden. Tries to snap the cold streak.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
1 second left. And so it's Los Angeles. Ahead by a mile with a 38-point lead at the end of the period. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Back to George. Powell outside. 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19. Poke loose. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. George outside. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Second shot opportunity. And Embiid with the block.
We see it time and time again. Embiid relishes his role as an intimidator.
Back to George. Over Harris.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
We talk about Embiid's surge in production, but it doesn't end there. He said, I want to push my teammates to be better and lead by example.
76ers foul.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free
That's
throws.
his second personal foul.
And many great
First
players
team foul.
eventually realize that we is greater than me.
Yeah, Embiid's main point to this team is play the right way, because that's what you can control. He is intelligent, vocal, and selfless.
LA timeout.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. So both teams changing it up here. That's good from George.
You have to feel a bit for Paul George. Had a rough go of things ever since he labeled himself Playoff P. He knows he'll have a spotlight on him because of that moniker.
And with George, he caught flack for that, but he used the noise as motivation, Smitty.
And it pushed him to some of his best basketball yet.
James
Paul
Harden.
George always shows up in the playoffs, but he'll need to win a title to lose the doubters once and for all.
Foul, Philadelphia.
And an
James Harden.
intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
90 seconds into the second half now. George for 3. Knocks it down from distance. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I like how Paul George comes off the screen under control, right up into his shooting motion. Smooth.
Tobias Harris.
Harris'
Assist
shot
from
is good.
James Harden.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Pass to George. To the inside. And that one's good. Covington.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Thibault on the wing. To the paint. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for
That one
Philadelphia.
misses.
One thing
Embiid.
that seems undeniable,
line for two.
on the floor, off the floor, and social media, it doesn't matter. Embiid's presence looms extremely large.
Timeout called, the Clippers.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And he sinks the second. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Here's Leonard. And too long on the shot. Right side Thibault. It doesn't go for him. Oh, solid D from Leonard. And there's the drive. Shoots over Harden. Leonard can't get it to go. Down low. Harris's shot is good. Harris has gotten his second bucket of the game.
And you see there Tobias with body control to take the hit, still complete the play.
Leonard. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there. Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
A low-maintenance star. I mean, Harris gives you the greatness without the ego. Really a coach's dream.
Paul Millsap, George Niang, Danny Green.
Harden drawing the double team. Here's Millsap. And there's the rejection. Pass to Leonard. Up and in on the layup. Leonard's gotten 4 this quarter. And because of his versatility, Grant, Harris can play alongside anyone in any lineup, in my opinion.
Well, I agree, B. I mean, big wing players who can shoot have never been more valuable. Harris can stretch you out. He can go back to the basket, and he can run the floor. And he just powered through contact, trying to complete the play.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And the 76ers making a change here. And he can't hit the second.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
What an effort from Kawhi so far on offense. He's working hard and finding plenty of shots. That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
Now, into the lineup for your Clippers, Ivica Zubac.
.54 seconds left in the third. Leonard outside. From the high post. It's hauled in by the Sixers. And it's Green off the drive. Misses from short range.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
And it's the Clippers ball.
Foul, Philadelphia. Danny Green. That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
And he drops the first.
Well, Kawhi has always been an elite defender, but he's become just as fearsome on the offensive end. You can tell he never stops working on his game.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Let's see who's the loudest.
And Leonard drops them both.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Left side, Harden. Pass to Niang. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Niang's got 5 now.
Yeah, the focus of the defense. I mean, James Harden was able to use that attention and turn it into a hoop for someone else.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Milton. Shot from the wing. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Leonard with the ball. Jordan picks him up.
Impeccable timing on the rejection. Jordan takes pride in his defensive capabilities.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
First team foul. Now, into the lineup for your Clippers, Paul George.
Clock at 6. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Blocking foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. 76er substitution.
Pass to Maxey.
Charles Bassett.
Here's Milton. Green for 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. And so here are the Clippers. Leonard on the wing. There's the steal. Jordan inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
That's what DeAndre is out there to do. Dropping the hammer is his specialty.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Back to George. From behind the arc. Fires in the triple. George has got 31 points.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Here's Bassey. Oh, he's way off from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Leonard outside. George outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No luck on that one. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 11 points here in the second half. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
One other thing they've done very well is getting out in transition. They're running at every opportunity.
Here's Maxey. Good D by Covington. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Nice shot by George.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
Here's Maxey. The Sixers with another miss. Here are the Clippers. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Good work there as it goes.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
And Paul George again. George has got 40 points.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
At the line for the 76ers, DeAndre Jordan, shooting 1.
Free throw no good for Jordan.
Much like Marcus saw, DeAndre was drafted as an unpolished second-round pick. Now one of the more impactful centers around.
Outside Covington. Back to George. And the jam by George.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Clippers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here